Hello everybody, welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Oliver.
I'm Taylor.
And today we are filming from Red White and Brew.
Yeah.
This is a great place. I've never been here before.
Me neither, this is my first time.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
If we have anyone who's doubling up this week and watching from Monday on, I am also a frequent flyer here. and if you need reference, go watch the last episode.
I was gonna ask, are you a frequent flyer?
Part one,
Yeah. Flyer.
Yeah, go check out part one.
It was so nice of him to put it so gently.
Yeah, frequent
that.
flyer.
So, let me quickly describe Beer Pass, how it works, right? So you go to your phone, download the app. It's a cheap subscription monthly, right?
Monthly.
And there's several places you can go that bars that sponsor you and all that.
Over 100, right? We're associated with you guys
In
now?
Western New York, total, I think we're around 100, yeah.
100 places. You go and you get one free drink, right? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, more or less. The app you can use to read all about loads of really cool local businesses that serve draft beer, and the app gets your first one for free when you check out one of our partners.
So great.
So is it's just beer?
Generally, yeah, it's a pint of beer unless, they're feeling generous and want to give you something else.
So I wanted to go back real quick and touch on frequent flyer. Right? Because, okay, so you're a frequent flyer at the Angry Goat. And now, I mean, it's your job, so, I get it. You're a frequent flyer here at Red White and Brew. Now, I apologize already because I'm definitely going to say that. I'm going to fumble those words up.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know what it is
Red,
for me, but I can't say it right if I say it fast. So, I have to slow myself down, a half a step.
It's not your fault. You're conditioned to say red, white, and blue.
Right, yeah. And it usually comes out blue.
Yeah.
It's like how my daughter says.
Which means you're trying. So
Yeah. Okay, don't get me distracted on this frequent flyer thing.
Sorry.
So now, this is your third time on with us.
Yeah.
So you are our most frequent flyer.
Wow!
We've had people on twice.
Cheers.
We've had a couple of
Cheers
people on
to that.
twice before, but we
sure.
have never had someone on the show 3 times. So you are now
Wow,
a
that's
frequent
awesome.
flyer.
Thank you, guys.
Also
Thank you.
on One Drink Podcast.
That was good.
Yeah,
That's
beer
awesome.
pass.
Wow, well
Drinking
done.
wine.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, so I wanted to tie in the first podcast we did because you asked me if for the rest of my life I could only drink beer or wine,
Yeah.
and I
That
chose
was
wine.
my question.
And it's so I wanted to throw that back, but also I wanted to illustrate like all of our partner bars obviously have great beer on tap, but they have a lot of other stuff too, right? And so Red White and Brew has a whole selection of New York wine and spirits too. So
Yeah, which is
I'm enjoying the wine, and
when we were driving up here, Jackie and I didn't put the name together until I saw the sign on the door with the red grapes, the wine glass, and then the hop, and I was like, oh, it's wine and beer. I was like, I get it. So yeah, I had sort of one of those moments where like you see it, like you ever see a commercial from like years and years ago, and there's like some joke like tucked way in there, and like you finally get it, and you ask somebody, you're like, dude, did you know that this was? And they're like, yeah,
Yeah, we got it.
yeah, we know.
it just clicked.
Yeah.
I actually had a glass of wine last Saturday, and I haven't had wine in a while.
Wine is fun. Wine the next day
I-
not fun.
It's different.
I'm pretty sure I said that on the first show.
Yeah, I think you said you preferred the wine bars.
Yes, 100%. It's fun. The next day, though, you pay for that fun.
Right.
Like
You know,
constantly
sevenfold.
can taste it forever.
Yeah.
So today
Yeah.
is officially, right?
Yeah.
The
today's
1 year
day.
birthday
Yeah.
for Beer Pass.
Yeah, today's the day.
So
That's awesome.
for that, we need to hear a toast from you.
From me.
Yeah.
boy.
On the spot, too.
Okay. So on behalf of Beer Pass, we want to thank all of our partners who have stuck with us and had a blast with us in the app.
Yeah.
Definitely all the users who are going out and supporting the small businesses and coming out to our events. We've got plenty more coming. So to all of them, thanks for one good year. And thank you to you two.
Yeah.
For many more one drinks.
One drink, 1 year.
Yeah,
I like it.
1 year.
I like it. We're screwed next time. You're gonna have to find a different podcast for a year too.
Yeah, we're gonna two
1 drink, 2 years, 2 drinks.
2 drink podcast.
Yeah, 2 years, 1 drink.
The way we're choosing,
That's like
this
clickbait.
is gonna be a 2 drink podcast.
It
We
could
keep
be
drinking.
Right, it could be. Plus, there's beer tastings here
Yeah.
going on. From, what is it, local?
Yeah, we've got some New York stuff going on here. We've got nine spots here today pouring beer.
Yeah.
St. Lawrence Spirits, they're pouring their delicious spirits. I think we've got Laughing Gold Chocolates here. They're local Rochester chocolate place. I mean, I don't want me to speak for everyone. They know their stuff.
Yeah.
But, everything here is New York.
Yeah, super cool. I love that there's, was this already a plan for this to be here plus you, or was this sort of like a collab idea between you and Art?
A collab idea, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like that you set it
Omar
up.
started putting this together, and basically, I asked him what he was doing on this day a while back. He's like, I think I'm doing a tasting event. Like, great, let's tack on.
Perfect. Let's just add to it.
Let's bring
No,
more
I mean, that's
people.
great though.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys get exposure. It's cool that you invited us here because we get the exposure as well.
Yeah.
All these other great local businesses get the exposure too. And, as we've talked about, a million times on the show, we're huge into supporting local businesses. Even, in our small little way, you know what I mean? It's definitely what we like to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're out having fun, you're doing what you love, right? So what are the roles that each person, or how many people are in Beer Pass,
Sure. So we have, kind of a creative team that is mostly remote, but pops in every once in a while. And that consists of, the brain trust and the developer and social media. And then there's principally 2 of us that are on the ground locally.
Yeah.
And that's Kim and I, and we are the ones that are in on the bars, signing up new partners. We're the ones putting on the events, doing all the local marketing, and interacting with the city.
Cool.
Really.
It's awesome.
So, yeah, but it's really small. There's about 6 of us in all. Or so. Yeah.
And the thing is like, you're out, you're having fun, you're doing what you love to do. But it's also, it took a lot of work to do that.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen overnight.
No, it didn't. No, not at all. It's been a crazy year. It's been a wild ride, and it's bonkers. And I know we talked a little bit about this last time, but the challenges that we've overcome that we didn't even conceive of ahead of time, because we were creating this thing from the ground up that was unprecedented, and so we didn't see the hurdles before they got to us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So it's just like us. It's like a learning experience. Like when we do on location things, we're forever going to be learning new stuff, new this, new that. So.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
And there's still more new stuff for you, I'm assuming, that you're going to encounter and come through.
Oh yeah, we've got, even now we're already thinking the next 3-4 steps. That might be a ways out, but yeah.
We want to have to think that.
Yeah, whether it's features on the app, whether it's tapping into new and different markets and how we're innovating and developing that. Like our brains are always going.
Yeah, and I will say that you guys are really, really good with the social media, with like the tech side of everything.
Oh,
You guys are really good with that. And that's something that, hopefully we'll get there.
Well, that's a learning curve. That's the learning curve for us too. But I mean, all we do is sit down and talk about a loosely outlined subject for 45 minutes every week. So,
But the tech side is huge, though. To get that whole side of it is like.
Yeah, we pay attention to that. I mean, we have an individual his name's Eric, his primary focus is to stay on top of that.
Yeah.
And I really get to meet with him once a week. And when we do that, we're talking about the next 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
You know, so we're always in the future.
So you
or at
do
least
have
to try to be. You know?
Yeah, you have to plan out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you post it, you know, you're like, oh, we're gonna be here. You know, you're already committed.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Which is great because then on social media, if I'm paying attention, it reminds me that I have to be somewhere.
Yeah. Right.
Like, oh,
No,
we gotta go.
All right. So
That's great.
I think like the first time that we had you on the show, we had some this or that or would you rather questions.
Yeah.
So of course in
Which I'm
typical-
still not living down, but it's fine.
Well, it's okay because I got 5 more for you to be ashamed of for the
great.
next
Awesome.
for the next year. So it'll be perfect.
Let's do it.
Okay, so here's one. First one. Would you reveal your Google search history for $100?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think so. It might be a little bit embarrassing because it's mostly like, how do I do this incredibly common thing that most people know how to do? You know, there's a lot of that in it. Or I think most recently is like, what is the collective noun for porcupine? And it's a prickle.
A prickle.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it's a murder of crows and a prickle of
Porcupines. Yeah, so that was the most recent. So yeah, for $100, you can also know what the collective noun for porcupine is.
All right, I'll take that.
That's a good question.
So for me though, I think it would depend on how much I needed that $100.
That's fair.
Good.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
If I'm flush, then I'll keep it to myself. If,
Yeah.
I gotta pay. If I gotta pay the mortgage, then man, right here.
Well, that's the thing though, is with our show, we are looking up the most ridiculous stuff.
Oh, we're on a list.
And you get into
We're on a list.
You get into a rabbit hole of like
Yeah,
you're looking up weird stuff.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden you're watching something, you're like, what? Oh, no. Back, and then you go back, and then you see something. I'll see something that I saw like 10 pages ago, and I'll be like, oh, what's it? Oh, all right, let me read more about that.
Yeah.
And then it's back. But yeah, no. So me and Matt have talked about this because we've done a couple conspiracy theory shows. We've done like perfect murder shows.
Yeah.
We've done all this weird stuff, and there is definitely a list, and we are on that list for possible.
We believe
passive watch
whatever.
list.
We believe.
Yeah. Not like the creepy terrorist lists, but definitely somebody's list somewhere. We're on
A
it.
list of interesting domestic activity.
Yes, correct. Question mark. And then,
If something happened to Rochester, don't immediately count these two out.
right.
Is it that
Put them
list?
somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
That is a list.
Always a maybe. You know what I mean?
You're right.
For sure.
funny.
Yeah.
Don't trust their alibis.
Right. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Would you rather have to hunt for everything you eat or eat only McDonald's for every meal?
Hunt. Yeah.
Same.
I'm gonna go hunt.
Same.
For sure.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, that's
if it was like forever. If it was for a week, I'll take the McDonald's.
Yeah.
But if it's forever, I can't.
And
I watched
we're
that
lucky.
movie, that documentary. I watched that shit.
Oh yeah.
Super Size Me or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And the thing
Yeah,
is
they'll kill
like
you.
I've never hunted, but if I had to hunt,
I'll figure it out.
I could do it.
Right.
Yeah.
In the worst case scenario, I'll hunt for a McDonald's in the house.
Yeah. And we're lucky that we live in an area that we can answer that question pretty easily. Like
Right.
if you lived in New York City,
Right.
What are you hunting?
What are you gonna hunt
Rat.
other than rats or people?
Yeah,
That's pretty much
It's
it.
just rats.
Yeah,
And you're just like
here
check
you
this
can drive 20 minutes in any direction
And I'll tell you one thing.
hit a deer at least, and that'll feed you for a while.
I'm not hunting a rat either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
True.
I'd rather eat you than eat a rat.
My father still he hunts and fishes, and so like our freezer's always stocked with salmon and venison and stuff. Anyway,
that's
so like there's only one more step in between, and that's I shoot the gun instead.
And hopefully hit what you're shooting at.
Yeah.
Alright, I got another one. Would you rather glow bright pink every time you're attracted to someone, or glow bright red every time someone annoys you?
Oh.
And that's particularly tough for you because you're around people
all the time.
Well, technically, like in the hospitality industry, you know what I mean?
You gotta keep your game face on.
Right.
And you work in restaurants.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on this show right now, and his face is like,
right. And this dude, he's sitting here and he's beat red. It's like,
I'd be incredibly pink. No, I think the pink because that's at least a compliment. Right. Like I gotta keep it together. If someone, it takes a lot to annoy me, first of all. So I almost went that route because it would only come up rarely. Yeah. But I still don't want them to know. Yeah. You know. But if I'm attracted to someone and I start going pink, I'm like,
it's almost like a compliment at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't even have to say anything. You can just be like,
I would also choose to go as he's just radiating.
Yeah. And they know right away. They're just like, oh damn, the dude thinks I'm attractive.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's a nice section. So net positive into the universe.
Yeah, that's it.
So
that's it.
Yeah.
See, I would go pink as well, but for the exact opposite reason. It's because pretty much everybody annoys me.
Oh, so you just can't get caught.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I would just permanently be red. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'll just take the pink, just so I'm consistently glowing red for the rest of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would get you on a different list.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. Although maybe people would just leave me alone after that.
That's true. Don't talk to Clifford over here. Leave him alone.
You know what? We're gonna get him a spot up in the mountains, and we're just gonna let him, let his glow fade away.
We're gonna put you on top of the tower near the civil air control, so you can show the airplanes where to go.
But please just hit me.
That's funny.
All right, next one. Would you rather burp soap bubbles when you're drunk, or have your hair turn green when you're drunk?
Oh, green hair.
Green hair.
Green hair? Yeah.
Green hair. Burping soap bubbles sounds like you could possibly drown. So I think green hair.
I feel like it'd be like a party trick though.
That's true.
Pretty cool. You're hanging out.
I bet you $5 I could burp bubbles.
You're like, hey, I'm from Beer Paths. There you go.
Right, and there's soap bubbles, right? So you spill your drink on something, you're like, oh wait, I got this.
Take a shot. Yeah, I would take the green hair too.
Yeah.
Because at least then you could wear a hat and almost nobody.
That would be cool.
Almost nobody would ever know.
I've never dyed my hair like a funky color. So
you're gonna have to dye it brown soon.
I know.
Wow.
Getting gray.
That's right. Trying to trigger his red glow.
Yeah. That's okay. I can talk shit about people's hair going gray because I'm gonna lose all mine before it goes gray anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's totally fine. And I'm an ugly bald man too. Like I don't have the right shape. Some people look good.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I
shaved your head before?
Yeah. I lost several beds, several different times. So I've been.
We had to shave our head for a show.
No, that didn't really count. It was with a 1 though, so it.
Oh, you went.
That was like, oh yeah. I lost a bed in college and I had to go bald, which included my eyebrows.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
You go full on.
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad.
I would have loved to see that. Holy shit.
Well, the most awkward part about that wasn't the way that I looked. It was people kept treating me like I had cancer. Because I had to shave everything.
Yeah.
So until my beard started growing in, which I was in my early 20s at the time, and so I couldn't really grow facial hair anyways. So people just kept being extra sympathetic to me. After a week, I was like, what is happening? And I was like, everybody thinks I have cancer. So then when I would meet somebody, I would immediately start with, I don't have cancer.
Right. Yeah.
Which, that was kind of cool though, because, I could gauge,
a weird icebreaker.
Yeah. Then you can gauge somebody's sense of humor with that opening though, because if they immediately laugh, okay, cool, I'll talk to you. Like how you just laughed. It's great. If somebody's you're like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm just going to say both of our times, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I do. Yeah. That would be super awkward.
Oh.
All right, last one for me. Would you rather have a driver take you everywhere, or a private chef who makes all your meals?
Ooh.
So you have a permanent chauffeur for the rest of your life, or you have a permanent chef for the rest of your life?
I would take the chauffeur because I love cooking and I hate driving.
Okay.
Wow. That's Perfect.
So that would include
So,
pilot too. So it's driver and pilot.
Oh yeah.
So
well,
travel.
bonus. Yeah.
I mean,
Make ready the jet.
I am gonna go. Man, I love to eat.
You don't get the jet for
good
free,
deal.
And I only crock
just the
pot.
pilot.
I only crock pot. So I would love like something
It'd be a whole new world for you.
besides a fucking crock pot, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the meals.
I'm gonna go with the chef, the permanent chef too,
Yeah.
because I literally hate cooking. I don't like anything about it. I did it for a little while in the restaurant business way back in the day, and I can't. I don't enjoy any part about cooking. Thankfully, my fiance is a phenomenal cook, and she cooks most of the time. Because when it's me, I'm either doing a stir fry or like a crock pot. I do a crock pot ziti.
Yeah.
That's it. I got 2 tricks or a stuffed chicken. But other than that,
That's it?
I'm out. And I hate making those. And they're good, and I'm good at making those. But
Yeah.
grilling though, I'll do. I like to
Okay.
grill.
Yeah.
I like to grill. But that's different.
Yeah, that's
When you
the activity of
you
it.
stand in the driveway with a beer, and that's it. You know?
How's the meat coming along? I don't care. I'm happy. I'm so happy to be out
Well,
here.
just looked at
Yeah. It's now the other side.
all right. Standard answer. A couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's been a half hour. It's been 40 minutes.
Right. Now get away. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm here. I live here.
All right, one last question.
Yeah.
Where do you see Beer Pass in 5 years?
In 5 years, all over the Northeast and Northern Midwest.
Nice.
Yeah. State liquor laws allowing. Yeah, I think we want to be in more and more cities and connect the dots,
Yeah.
right, and fill in the puzzle pieces here. And so, since the app works in any market, as we add markets, what a cool way to discover a city you've never been in, right?
for
So,
sure.
like, say I don't know where to go in Pittsburgh,
Yep.
right? And by this time next year, we're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I could just open up the app and be like, oh wow, all these beer pass spots are right here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go there and check those places out. So.
One of the most frustrating things to me about traveling is when you have to pick a restaurant. Because, you do a Google search, because let's face it, that's when everybody
people
searches
do.
when they restaurants near me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then every single one pops up, from Chinese food places to Irish pubs. But, I like a specific kind of place, you know what I mean? A place that usually has craft beer. So for me, if I pulled up a thing and there was 10 or 12 places to choose from, and I could see, info about the places, man, that just narrowed it. I'm going here. Well, and especially then because I get a free beer.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
That's the brilliant thing about
just narrowed me
the
down
Beer Pass
real
app,
quick,
you know?
So,
No, but that's great. I'm excited and glad to see it expand, you know what I mean? Get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Sure.
Just because, I seen you from when you launched it, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of cool to see the advancement that's going on here locally, and I'm like, oh man, I know that guy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're huge, I'm just gonna be like, yeah man, I know that guy.
Yeah, he's a frequent flyer of ours.
But
At
I
that
am,
point, it'll be 5 Drink Podcast.
Right.
but yeah,
It'll just be Beer Pass Podcast.
you'll have your
That
own.
was, so you mentioned we were talking about how we're always thinking about different things from the very beginning, and this has kind of gone by the wayside. But we had a podcast with something that was in the brainstorming sessions, or a YouTube channel where we do beer tastings, and have in our partner bars as guests and the brewers, all these things we've talked about and considered. So.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun, and we even considered at one point, and we still might, take one local beer and just do a show about it. One drink on one local beer. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, absolutely. And then, but you should definitely do it.
I've got you guys. I don't need to do that anymore.
There you go.
Why would I do that?
Equipment, you don't have to pick out settings for anything. You do right.
You are my chauffeur. Like, we're here. We're doing it.
We're your podcast chauffeur.
That's
We're
great.
your show chauffeur.
Chauffeur.
Chauffeur. Or chauffeur. Yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Oh.
You are. You two are a chauffeur for like local small businesses.
Yeah.
You really are. SHOW. Chauffeurs.
I like it.
Yeah.
I might have to write that
You
one
should
down.
trademark that.
Yeah. I should. I probably won't, but I should.
Have 2 more beers, you'll remember.
Right.
So that is our one drink for the show. Happy birthday to Beer Pass.
Yes,
for
happy
sure.
1 year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well deserved. I love the whole concept. Thank you to Red White and Brew.
Red White and Brew.
Yeah.
Nice.
RWB.
For having us here.
Yeah. Download Beer Pass.
Download Beer Pass.
Or here.
Oh boy.
Or here.
Oh boy.
Or here. Or here. Or here. See, I'm part of the team.
Okay. So
You're welcome,
yes,
man.
download Beer Pass.
He's just
for
gonna
sure.
put middle finger emojis and everything.
You're just gonna put the link over our faces.
Right, straight across
Right
both of us
here.
too, and it's just hitting like our knees. Yeah. But anyways, guys, don't forget you can check out all of Beer Pass's information in the description down below. Don't forget to hit up all of their social media sites. Download that app. It's cheap. It's easy. It's a great way to connect to different places in your local community, and you can get a free beer out of it. So, and don't forget as well, while you're looking them up, look us up. We're both on Facebook and YouTube at One Drink Podcast. Be sure to check us out every single week for brand new episodes.
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
That's right. And don't forget, lastly, hit that subscribe button, click on the bell notification, be the first ones notified when our new episodes hit. Anyways, guys, until next time.
See ya.
Cheers.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.
I had an idea while